Are you somebody who identifies as non-binary, gender non-conforming, or gender fluid? If so, have you wondered what's possible for your voice? Well, it's possible to achieve a voice that is gender neutral or a bit more gender fluid. There is a crossover point with voices, especially in terms of pitch. So, for example, voices that measure in pitch-wise, and we do this in hertz, between about 140 and 160 hertz, can often be identified either male or female. There's a kind of a threshold where it tips more into the feminine and below into the masculine. So getting the voice into this pitch range is often a starting goal, and sometimes might be enough in itself to get the voice identified as more gender ambiguous, gender neutral, and work for gender fluid clients very well. Often when people come for either voice feminization or voice masculinization, they will go through a voice gender neutral stage. That's kind of part of the process in my method. And getting to that stage is really handy because when you get to that stage, it actually gives you lots of options with your voice, whether to stay around there, just to develop the stamina a bit more, or whether to go a step further and go to full masculinization or feminization. So gender neutral is a useful stage for giving you choices and for helping people understand their voice. Sometimes people come with the goal of, say, achieving a very masculine or feminine voice, but actually realize that they don't need to go that far or they don't want to. Very often, however, they might say, no, actually, I know I want to go to another level. So all of that is led by the client. It's not led by the therapist. It's led by what the client wants. And sometimes with gender neutral individuals or gender fluid individuals, there may be a bit more of a shifting landscape there, or they may stick with a voice for a certain while and then decide to take it another level at a different point. But getting to that stage allows you to kind of make some informed choices about what you really want for your voice. One of the advantages of seeking a gender neutral voice is that it usually takes less work than making a fully feminized or fully masculinized voice. So in that respect, it can be quicker and a little bit easier than people think. As a rough guide, gender neutral voice can often be achieved in about 4 sessions, and an extra couple of sessions helps the voice stamina in that range to stay. So about 6 sessions is a kind of a realistic goal. In contrast, feminizing a voice might take around 12 sessions, or at least that's my recommended core voice feminization process, because the voice needs to develop in further ways and be able to sustain. Most voice therapy can be successful if the right amount of sessions are covered. So if we think of about 6 sessions for gender neutral and about 12 for voice feminization and possibly 8 for voice masculinization, but in reality, every voice is different and individual, and what therapists work to do is help a person develop their individual voice according to what they prefer and what works for them. So we can't fix the amount of sessions completely, but I hope the guide has given you some insight into how long it might take. It's often the case that gender non-conforming or non-binary individuals do want to spend longer exploring their voice, and that can be quite natural. So in some cases, they may achieve a gender-neutral voice quite quickly, but then actually want to explore in different directions, and that's all totally fine. And sometimes just getting to that stage allows you to know where you do want to go more with your voice. So it could be a longer journey for some individuals just because of the exploration that they'd like to go through. So for some, it will be a short journey, a short intervention. For others, it will be a longer journey of exploration. So if you've been wondering whether a gender fluidity in the voice is possible, it can be a lot easier than you think, especially with some supported guidance. If it's something you want to explore, it's worth contacting an experienced therapist to help you decide whether voice therapy is right for you. And even just having a little exploration might give you some further information about where you'd like to go with your voice. If you found the video helpful, click the like button and subscribe to the channel.